King of L.A. in the house.
What's happening, Big Kid Mac? What's going on, bro?
Not much. I see you just got off the airplane.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, man. I'm living in Las Vegas now. I'm loving it. You know what I mean? Aside from home, man, Las Vegas, first place outside Los Angeles I ever moved to that I really love. I'm really feeling it.
What you been up to?
Man, I'm working on all type of things right now. You know, I'm slowed down on the music. I'm letting them kids do that, even though I still go hard. You know what I mean? I got a soundtrack coming out to a book I wrote called 80s Baby, Dope Boy Loyalty. That's going to be the first book that I'm going to publish from CJ Mack Books, the Hustle House Publishing. That's going to be the first of a long line of books, man. I got like 4 or 5 authors working real hard. I'm going to really turn this publishing game inside out. So that's one new thing I'm really on right there, this publishing game.
That's good shit. Let's talk about your childhood. What was you born and raised at?
Born and raised in Los Angeles, California, man. Me and my moms, man. You know, I'm a single parent, and so I done lived in damn near every neighborhood in Los Angeles. And I had to learn how to make my way with my entire family, man. Where I stayed the most is 54th Street, 11th Avenue.
So what, if you was all around town, what junior high and high school did you attend?
I went to Mount Vernon, and I actually went to L.A. I was supposed to go to Crenshaw, but mom's was like working in this area, so she was like, you know, well, once you come over this way, you know what I mean, it'd be a little convenient, we could roll, whoop. And mom's was like my little sister, my big sister, rest in peace. So, you know, I ended up going to L.A. when the rest of my family went to Crenshaw.
So you west side through and through?
I'm west side through and through, man. I ain't never lived on the other side of Western. You know what I'm saying?
And you got family from the hood?
Oh man, my entire family's from the hood.
You want to talk about who some of those people are?
Well, I'll give a shout out to, you know, first of all, the few that's been in penitentiary and that's gonna be gone for a while. Big Money Mon is my big cousin. I was raised more like my brother. Tiny Money Mon is my little cousin. Tiny Turtle is my little cousin. I mean, my whole family, man, we all from this one area.
When you was growing up, was there any particular names in the hood that you looked up to? Or, I mean, not even from like you said, 54th and 11th Ave, but anywhere throughout the city?
Well, the ones who really raised me, man, was Money Mon, Worm, T-Bone, Cycle Mike. You know, them was the dudes that toughened me up. You know, Easy from over there off the catwalk. Easy Eric. Dutch Boy, Scrap. You know what I'm saying? Claudel Kendricks. You know, them was the dudes that really raised me, man. Big Moody. Big Moody was my partner, and we did all kinds of things. You know what I mean? So that was my little crew right there. Fozzie Mac.
So at what point did you know you wanted to make a career out of rap?
Well, you know, there's an alarm clock that go off in everybody's body. So I don't know how deep I can go with this for, but I'll go and you can edit it. So when I was in high school, man, I was a good kid, man. I was a BC student. You know what I mean? I always went to school and actually loved going to school. But I wanted money. I was tired of being poor, so I started doing street shit, man. Like I was doing robberies every day. You know what I mean? And when I was 17 years old, I went to jail for armed robbery and murder. You know what I mean? I didn't do the murder, but I got a picture put in front of me and looked exactly like me. And I thought I was gonna have to go down for it, but I got out of it. And I also got out of the robbery, you know what I mean? Then I could feel it. I said, you know what, man, this ain't going right. Like I could feel it like I was going to jail or I was gonna die. So I went to the military. You know what I'm saying? One more quick thing happened. I was 3 months from graduating high school when this happened. I got out, and then some other shit I did after that went bad. And then it was like, you know what, I got to get out of here. So I went to the military, and that saved my life. Same time I went to the military, one of my cousins named OGD, he went to the penitentiary. The day I reported to my ship, he reported to the penitentiary. So he saw San Quentin, Tracy, Folsom, Jamestown, everywhere else. I saw Japan, Korea, Australia, you know what I mean, Africa, Philippines 3 times, you know what I'm saying? So we had a different experience. You know, so unfortunately, when I got out of that, you know, I planned to go straight narrow. Then niggas showed me like $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. You know, I'm 20, 21 years old. I'm like, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? I spent the next probably 10 years of my life heavy in that game. You know what I mean? In that street, I saw a lot of devastation in community. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of people struggling, being addicted, but I also saw fast money, cars, jewelry, and women. You know what I mean? And so I was addicted to that. They was addicted to being on crack. I look at it like in the 80s. I'm 80s. I grew up in that time frame during the 80s, and it's like you got introduced to drugs two ways, one or two ways. Hey, this get you high, or just get you some money. And I was fortunate enough to get introduced to it as, hey, this is $25. You know what I'm saying? So that was my addiction. So I became addicted to hustling and getting street money, just like someone would be addicted to being on drugs. To me, it's the same thing. And then finally, once again, that alarm clock went off, and I said, my ass is about to go to jail. You know what I mean? I was sitting out of town in Chicago in a house, and you know, I had about 50,000 in the street on some bad work. And I had Lil J from Rap A Records that came in, and he was messing with the homies, you know what I mean? Trying to do a West division for Rap A Records. Everybody was auditioning and shit. I was sitting there playing dominoes. And then one of my homies, rest in peace, GB was like, CJ rap? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, get down. So I got down and I busted a song that later became Powder Puff on Rap A Records. And Lil J rode all the way out to a house I had in Moreno Valley, man, 3 in the morning. Impressed me. Listened to some music, came back. So when I was sitting in this house in Chicago, he gave me a call and he offered me the same amount of money that I had in the streets to sign a record deal. You know what I mean? And that's I told God, man, if you let me switch, man, I'll never sell this again. And I'll get on this entertainment game. And I left that $50,000 right in the streets, man. I took that $50,000 check. And I ain't done that particular thing since.
Good shit. We know Ice-T is notoriously known as the West Coast pioneer of gangster rap. Did he have any influence on you?
Oh man, much respect, man, to him, man. Like he's one of the realest dudes I ever met in the rap game, man. He don't lie. You know, like I come from where you pay with your words, with your ass, you know what I'm saying? You can't be lying and shit in the streets. In the rap game, man, he can say anything, man. He's lied to you, he's just bullshit. Ain't nobody held accountable. You hold somebody accountable, they call the police, you know what I'm saying? It's a different game. But Ice, man, Ice, if he can't do something, he'll tell you no. If he tell you he's gonna try, he actually is gonna try. He just been solid, but throughout my whole career, he would always give me advice and always give me game, man, on keeping money, on doing this, on doing that. Like, I could always go to him for advice. So lately, once again, I came up with a project that I wanted to do, and I took it to him, and he was like, well, okay, let's see what happens. I like it, let's see what happens. So it took us a couple years, and now we got a television show that's about to, that we're about to go into production on called American Hustlers. So no, Ice is solid, always been there for me, man, and always gave me sound advice. To this day, still, I call him Big Bro, to this day.
Now, how long have you been in the game now?
Man, it's been about, in music industry, you mean just, yeah, it's been about 25 years now, man. 25 years, man. That's good shit. Yeah, that's pretty good, you know what I mean?
I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah.
That was a real banger right there.
Yeah, I was a little upset, man, at the time. You know, I was real passionate about hip-hop and rap. I still love rap, still love hip-hop, but I was real passionate, and I disagreed with some of the things with Dr. Dre and them camp at the time, you know what I mean? And I disagreed with the way they handled a couple circumstances, and I decided to say something about it. Everybody else was talking about it, they just were scared to say something. And then when I said something, they start scattering like roaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I became the plague and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna speak my mind. You know,
did y'all ever work it out, or you still feel the same way?
Well, you know, we didn't really know each other. It was more about the views. I know the rest of them. I get along. Like me and Snoop is super cool. Me and Warren G, that's his brother. Me and Warren G straight. You know, most everybody straight. I just never really ran across him since that. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. But I mean, I ain't tripping. And they told me they wasn't tripping after, you know, there's a couple altercations between me and a couple people on their roster, and that got handled, and then, you know, I guess it was kind of over after that.
Come and Take a Ride, classic.
Man, thank you.
LA gangbang type shit.
Thank you. You know what I mean? You know, when I went down to rap a lot, it was like I wanted to express myself. Even though I was on a label out of Texas, I wanted to express myself and my roots and where I came from. And man, I heard the beat. And oddly enough, the producer of that beat is from Virginia. You know what I mean? He's from Virginia, but he had that sound, you know what I mean? And everything was live. Like his father was the best bass player in Virginia, so his father get in the basement with us and play instruments live. You know what I mean? Then we just sample live stuff, and so it's a lot on that album, True Gang. People consider it a classic, and I thank you. It's a lot of live music on there that we just took pieces of and really put it together, man. And yeah, I love that song, Sliding Down the Shaw, man. I mean, that's what I've been doing my whole life. So that was a great opportunity for me to express myself.
Where did you meet Papa LQ at?
Oh man, I met LQ when he's about probably 15, 16 years old. I believe he was might have been at Westchester around that time or something like that. You know what I mean? But he was just a young kid that was coming around, man. And he used to hang with one of my partners, actually from 30s, named Ken Dog. And Papa LQ used to really hang with him. So I gotta take that back. He was about 14, 13, and he was out here, you know, trying to get into the wrong things and shit. You know, and I used to talk to him sometime. And then I met his pops. His pops is super cool. He's like a mentor too. His pops is a real dude. So yeah, man, I've been knowing Papa LQ since he's about 13, 14 years old. Then he got a record deal. Shit, he got a record deal before. I didn't think the record shit was real till I seen him roll up in a Lexus at 16, you know, with a record deal, with a video. And shit. I was like, whoa, man, I know how to do this shit.